There are a lot of reasons that a venture capitalist will invest in a company that have absolutely nothing to do with how the company is performing or what the idea is. Number one is obviously if the venture capitalist knows the founder, if they've worked with them in the past, if they've seen them go through company journeys, or if they just have a personal relationship. That's probably the easiest way to get a check is to have that personal relationship with the founder. Except, maybe number two here is if you have a relationship with one of the venture capitalist investors, with one of their limited partners, that's probably even easier. That's basically nepotism in disguise. But that if you know an LP, they introduce you to one of the fund then has external pressure if they want that LP around for the next fund to write a check into your business, even if it's a small, maybe meaningless check. That also goes for net new PLP sourcing, right? So if you are friends with someone a venture capitalist wants as an LP, they also might write you a check for that reason. But it doesn't just stop there, right? There are a lot of other reasons too. So, for example, marketing and being in the right rounds is a reason a venture capitalist might write a check. If your company has created the right headlines, if it fits the right story around their fund and portfolio construction, if they said they were going to deploy into certain geographies and they haven't written a check there yet, those are all things that will move you from like a maybe on the fence of getting a deal done to pushing you across the border. With companies I've invested in, it's always really important for me that they get their rounds done organically, as in they get their rounds done because they have great fundamentals about the business. That doesn't mean that you can't leverage those intangibles to get better valuations, to get better deals for the founders. But the core thing is that you have a profitable business with product market fit that's scaling quickly at an exponential pace. That is far more important. That will always get a deal done. These intangibles are hard to bet on. You don't want to bet on something that's a 50-50 if you can just bet on having a real business instead.